Liverpool and Bayern Munich are watching Archie Gray at Tottenham Hotspur, but Tottenham are not blinking. Chelsea keep promising elite signings without naming one. Pep Guardiola says the title is over if Manchester City lose to Arsenal. None of that is accidental. This is pressure football played off the pitch, and somebody is trying to force the next move. We are back on Just Soccer, and the tension starts with one name being used for very different agendas. The noise around Archie Gray is growing fast, so let us slow it down and see who really gains from it. Everything begins with the same midfielder showing up in too many planning documents. Transfer rumors, news, Liverpool, Bayern, Tottenham's Archie Gray. Archie Gray is being discussed because he fits an elite projection model, not because Tottenham Hotspur are preparing a sale. This story reveals more about Liverpool and Bayern Munich planning cycles than it does about Spurs' weakness. ESPN reports that Liverpool and Bayern Munich are considering Tottenham Hotspur midfielder Archie Gray as part of their summer planning. The wording matters. There is no bid, no contact confirmed, just long-range scouting dressed up as momentum. Tottenham view Gray as a long-term asset, not surplus value. That reality limits the story immediately. For Liverpool, the appeal is a midfielder who can handle pressure and grow into multiple roles across systems. For Bayern, it is about refreshing a midfield core that has leaned heavily on experience. Spurs supporters sense the risk because persistent interest can destabilize development even without an offer. For now, this is valuation noise, but it tells you exactly how high Gray is rated inside elite recruitment rooms. That interest did not stay confined to one report. Transfer News Live. Bayern Munich want Archie Gray as Arsenal lead Anthony Gordon race. Live transfer feeds blur seriousness and speculation by design. Bundling unrelated players inflates urgency without adding truth. A Transfermarkt source live update claims Bayern Munich want Tottenham Hotspur midfielder Archie Gray, while also stating Arsenal are leading the race for Anthony Gordon. These are not connected situations, and treating them as one market surge is misleading. Gray and Gordon sit in different tactical needs, different clubs, and different timelines. Putting them together creates a sense of acceleration that benefits attention, not accuracy. The real signal is simple. Young Premier League profiles are being monitored aggressively across Europe, and visibility itself has become a bargaining tool. While midfield scouting drives one corner of the market, brand gravity dominates another. Fabrizio Romano transfer news. Chelsea sends strong message. Rashford update. Messi buys club. Bundled. Romano updates mix genuine reporting with attention economics. When Lionel Messi appears, everything else shrinks. This Fabrizio Romano roundup spans Chelsea messaging, a Marcus Rashford update, and the headline-grabbing note that Lionel Messi has bought a club in Barcelona. Unsurprisingly, that last line swallowed the rest. It is important not to stretch the meaning. This is not a playing move and not a signal of Messi leaving Inter Miami. It sits firmly in the ownership and influence lane. Romano roundups are useful, but they also show how one iconic name can turn a mixed update into a single narrative storm. So what actually happened behind the headline? Lionel Messi has bought a club in Barcelona. Here's what you need to know, Yui Cornella. This is about legacy positioning, not immediate football power. Symbolism matters more than short-term results here. ESPN reports that Inter Miami star Lionel Messi has bought Spanish fifth-tier club Yui Cornella. The piece is careful to explain scope and limits. There is NO confirmed promise of signings, NO managerial overhaul, and NO instant sporting leap. Fifth-tier football does not bend overnight, regardless of the name attached. What changes is visibility. Yui Cornella gain attention and opportunity, while Messi extends his football footprint without altering his current playing situation. From ownership narratives back to squad reality. Slot Ekitike will come back stronger after injury. Optimism is necessary after injury, but it does not replace planning. Liverpool still have to manage absence, not belief. Arne Slot described Hugo Ekitike Achilles injury as devastating, while backing him to come back even stronger. The tone is supportive, as it should be. Slot did not offer a return date, and that silence carries weight. Liverpool cannot structure their short-term attack around a recovery without a timeline. Supporters appreciate the message, but the practical concern remains. Until Ekitike returns, Liverpool attacking depth is thinner than the confidence suggests. That absence pushes responsibility elsewhere immediately. Record transfer Isak needs to step up for Liverpool after Ekitike injury. When one option disappears, expectation hardens around the next. Transfer fees do not absorb pressure, players do. ESPN frames Hugo Ekitike injury as a direct reason Alexander Isak must deliver for Liverpool right away. This is a performance story, not a transfer one. Isak now operates under sharper scrutiny with less patience built into the narrative. If output dips, the conversation shifts quickly from recovery optimism to recruitment urgency, and Liverpool know that cycle well. Liverpool deal with availability. Chelsea deal with belief. Chelsea sent official transfer message to fans. We're ready to sign elite talent. Public messaging is a pressure release when patience is thin. Ambition statements are easy to publish and hard to fulfill. FootballTransfers.com reports that Chelsea sent a message to fans declaring readiness to sign elite talent. No names, no fees, just intent. Supporters welcome ambition, but skepticism follows closely after recent windows. Until negotiations appear, this message works as reassurance rather than evidence. That message did not land in isolation. Chelsea double opportunity emerges as Behdad Eghbali makes new transfer pledge. Ownership pledges raise expectations faster than squads improve. Opportunity only matters if discipline follows. Football London reports a double opportunity for Chelsea, as owner Behdad Eghbali makes a new transfer pledge. Fans hear intent and hope for coherence. Executives feel pressure to match words with structure. Without targets attached, the pledge remains powerful in tone and unresolved in outcome. From promises to a move that is not happening. Fabrizio Romano reveals why Barcelona aren't signing Marcus Rashford from Man United. Some transfers collapse quietly because the numbers never work. Romantic fit cannot override financial limits. A Romano report explains why Barcelona are not signing Marcus Rashford from Manchester United, focusing on feasibility rather than desire. No alternative destination is confirmed, which matters. This is about constraints, not drama. For both clubs, it reinforces a familiar reality. Ambition still answers to balance sheets. That leaves Rashford framed by conditions instead of movement.
Romano hits Rashford, return to Man United will happen on 3 key conditions.
Conditional narratives keep leverage alive for every side. They also delay clarity, which affects focus. A Football 365 piece referencing Romano suggests Rashford return to Manchester United depends on 3 key conditions. Nothing is described as agreed or imminent. The language stays deliberately broad, speculation survives, but resolution is postponed, and that limbo eventually demands a decision. All of this unfolds under a title race that shapes everything. Why Arsenal are still the favorites to win the Premier League. Performance pressure often dictates summer priorities before the window opens. Confidence can be strategic, not just emotional. The Guardian explains why Arsenal remain favorites in the Premier League title race despite a recent setback. The analysis focuses on structure, consistency, and control, rather than transfer speculation. That context matters because clubs chasing titles plan differently from clubs chasing fixes. And then Pep Guardiola turns the volume UP. Guardiola, title is over if Arsenal beat City. Guardiola language often applies pressure before matches, not after them. Manchester City know exactly what is at stake. ESPN reports Pep Guardiola saying the Premier League title race is over if Manchester City lose to Arsenal this weekend. Whether motivational or reflective, the message is blunt. Manchester City see this match as decisive. Statements like this do not guarantee transfers, but they frame urgency, and urgency always shapes summer decisions. Across all these stories, one pattern holds. Noise creates leverage, silence creates anxiety, and timing is everything. The smartest moves this window may come from the clubs least desperate to be heard, while everyone else keeps talking.